They said King Solomon had everything a man could ever desire: riches beyond measure, power unrivaled, and wisdom that echoed through the ages. Yet, amidst all this splendor, he discovered something deeper than wealth, something even his famed wisdom couldn't buy: mercy. After the silence of a life chasing fleeting desires, came the storm of his inner turmoil, and after that storm, a whisper, a soft, gentle whisper of grace, calling him back to where true meaning lay. For years, Solomon had searched for meaning in the shadows of earthly pursuits. He chased pleasure, power, and pride, building empires and indulging every whim. But every road, no matter how grand, ultimately led to a profound emptiness. Until one morning, a moment of stark clarity struck him. He stood before the magnificent temple he himself had built for God, a monument to faith and devotion, and realized with a heavy heart that the temple of his own soul, his very being, was in ruins. A stark, poignant truth emerged from his vast experience. He once wrote, "Vanity of vanities, says the preacher, vanity of vanities, all is vanity." This profound realization wasn't just an observation, it was a confession. He finally understood that wisdom, without the anchor of humility, is nothing more than a crown made of dust, weighty yet utterly hollow. It was a wisdom that had become detached from its divine source, leaving him adrift. And so, in a moment that echoed through eternity, Solomon fell to his knees, not as the mighty king, robed in gold and authority, but as a broken, humbled man. He whispered words he hadn't spoken with true sincerity in years, words that resonated from the deepest part of his being. "Lord, I need you." And in that very moment, as his heart surrendered, heaven spoke again, a divine response to a repentant plea. The scriptures remind us, "If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray, and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and heal their land." The silence of God's perceived absence broke because the heart of his wisest creation finally surrendered. God had never truly left Solomon. He was waiting, with infinite patience, waiting for the wisest man to remember who gave him wisdom in the first place, waiting for him to return home. And Solomon, in his final, reflective days, penned words that would echo forever, guiding generations toward an eternal truth. "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths." These were not just words of advice, but the distilled wisdom of a lifetime, bought with both triumph and repentance. In the end, Solomon learned the most profound lesson of all. The greatest wisdom is not merely what you know, but truly who you know. Because when earthly wisdom finally kneels before God, it transforms into divine understanding. And when pride, that stubborn barrier, finally bows down in humility, heaven opens again, pouring out grace and healing. This is the real wisdom path, where stories like Solomon's speak louder than any sermon. Thank you for joining us on this journey of reflection. If this story touched your heart, please consider giving us a like, subscribing to our channel for more uplifting content, and sharing it with someone who might need to hear this message today. Your support helps us share these timeless truths. God bless.